Coverage this morning. NBC4's Michelle Valles live in Compton, where that manhunt is underway right now.
But first, let's start right now with NBC4's Christine Kim. She's live from the hospital over in Linwood, where that turned into a chaotic and tense scene itself shortly after deputies were taken there. Christine, let's start first with those rookie deputies. How are they doing this morning?
Good morning, Mikalo and Daniela. We're told that both got out of surgery last night and they are alive. The sheriff himself tells us that one of the deputies is a 31-year-old mother to a 6-year-old boy, the other a 24-year-old man. But if you look over my shoulder here, you can see a group of deputies outside of the hospital to offer and show their support for those two injured deputies who were both assigned to the Transit Services Bureau that had just graduated from the Sheriff's Academy 14 months ago, sworn in by the sheriff himself. Now, Sheriff Villanueva wouldn't go into detail about their injuries. He told us they were both shot multiple times. Investigators say they were brought here to St. Francis Medical Center by another deputy who showed up to the crime scene after the injured deputies radioed in for help. That may be why we spotted crime scene tape around a patrol car in the parking lot outside the emergency room with its doors wide open. Now, both deputies were told were alert when they got here and rushed into surgery, prompting some to come here to pray for them.
We all need to work for peace. Peace doesn't just happen. We have to create it. And the environment that we're living in is very hostile to one another. And our sheriffs and our police officers, they are part of the community, and we need to respect the law.
And that bishop you just heard from was at the hospital when he saw this, a group of people blocking the hospital emergency entrance and exit, protesting with signs and flags. He says they were trying to force their way in and yelling anti-police phrases. Sheriff's deputies confirm one man from that group was arrested after refusing to comply to orders to disperse, and a female journalist was also arrested for ignoring commands to stay back. As for those two injured deputies, they have their loved ones and family members by their side here at the hospital, along with the support of their fellow deputies that have been out here all night and into this morning. We're live from Linwood. I'm Christine Kim for Today in LA.
Christine, thanks so much. As loved ones pray for those deputies, investigators are trying to find the shooter this morning.
They have been at the scene all night looking for evidence and video that might help. It is a massive search, as you can imagine. So let's now go to Michelle Valles, joining us live from Compton with that part of the story. Michelle.
And good morning. That mystery shooter still at large at this hour. The tense situation here is made visible by the frustration on the deputies' faces. Now, where we are, we're about 2 blocks just east of where that shooting was up ahead, and just blocks away from where the shooting happened is the sheriff stations here in Compton. The situation, as I said, tense as they've been looking for the shooter. The area here around Willowbrook and Compton and Palmer and Alameda, all blocked off with yellow tape. No one is getting through. The search continues at this hour. Last night they searched a wide area. The department releasing that video we've been talking about. Again, we're not going to show it all to you. It's very disturbing to watch, but it is vital. It may have clues. The video shows a single shooter approaching the deputy's parked SUV near the station at Willowbrook Avenue and Elm Street. He looks as if he's going to continue past the vehicle before turning, walking up to the passenger side and firing, then running back the way he came. The attack now happened 12 hours ago, and this video has already been viewed over 3 million times. Deputies hope someone will recognize the shooter. They hope someone will come forward with more information or possibly more videos. They say the shooting was without warning or provocation.
That was a cowardly act. The two deputies were doing their job, minding their own business, watching out for the safety of the people on the train, and seeing somebody just walk up and just start shooting on them. It pisses me off. It dismays me at the same time, and there's no prettier way to say it.
The captain leading the investigation says the wounded deputies managed to radio for help. Responding deputies rushed them to St. Francis Medical Center, where my colleague Christine Kim is at this hour. Here's another look at the shooter. The FBI said in a tweet that they had offered and would lend any assistance needed to the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department. Investigators at this time have not released a detailed description. We will, of course, pass that on to you as soon as we get one, if we get one. That is the latest this morning in Compton. Michelle Valles for Today in LA. Back to you guys.
Michelle.